Hey guys, my name is Wouter, founder of Beans. We'll be having a talk, but there's plenty of room for you to ask questions afterwards, so maybe you can start thinking of those questions along the way. So maybe to start, as you might know, there are still a lot of countries that have high inflation. There's people that have issues with sending money abroad, but using crypto to solve it isn't really easy. I mean, try explaining to your mom to buy crypto at Binance, to then send it to a public key, maybe pay some gas fees to then finally get it to the destination. That's super hard. So that's why we built Beans.
Blend. Hi guys, I'm Marcus. I'm the co-founder of Script3. We built Blend. Blend is effectively a modular decentralized lending protocol. If you have need of a lending facility, you can spin up a Blend pool. People lend to it, people borrow from it. It's just like kind of the credit infrastructure for any Stellar-based app, including an app like Beans that wants to lend or allow their users to lend money. So because it's a lending facility, we have some pretty good yields. Like currently, I think it's 16% on USDC, 22% on pesos, 62% in the backstop. So yeah, like it's the yield that's kind of powering everything else that we're going to talk about on this talk.
Let me move a bit through the presentation because it seems like it's a different one than we that we handed in. So we will be freestyling a little bit. Yeah, there's missing some. All right. So maybe just to share, Beans has cash and bank on and off ramps. And what we wanted to do is add a way for users to earn. But for that, we needed to have an integration with, for example, Blend. But we also needed some pieces. Like we need to be able to have yield strategies without touching users' funds. We wanted to have a way to rebalance the portfolios of users, to manage multiple DeFi protocols, to monetize. And all these pieces were needed. And you can't do it by directly connecting to Blend, so we needed like a piece for that. And that's where we worked with Defindex to do that. So maybe you can share a bit more about that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, so we had some slides. We prepared some slides. We will talk on top of this. So, as Guter said, there are these wallets wanting to offer yield opportunities, right? And Guter talked about all the needs that these wallets are looking for. So they want to have rescue mechanisms. They want to be able to rebalance, probably. And Blend, it's providing this yield. So what Defindex does is that we abstract all the complexity for these wallets to plug and play these opportunities. And we provide them with different DeFi strategies that are smart contracts. Then we have tokenized vaults that are also smart contracts where the wallets can plug. And finally, with an API, so wallets can use this very, very easily. This all started with, let me see if we have some slide here. OK. So yeah, we have this slide now. So for example, this is one DeFi strategy that we are currently executing. So in order for you to understand like what a DeFi strategy looks like. A user deposits in Blend, in this Blend lending and borrowing protocol. But these pools, they provide a native APY because of the borrowing demand, plus some extra rewards that the backstop module is emitting. So what our strategy does is that we take these rewards, we swap them back for more of the underlying asset. In this case, can be like USDC or EURC, and we can get this 13, in this case, like this is screenshot, like 13.46 plus this extra 2% that might be even higher depending on the blend price. And the most interesting thing is that the strategy makes that the total APY it's even a bit higher of just the sum of those percentages. So from a wallet point of view, this is like in the tech side. They interact through Defindex. Then the funds goes through this tokenized vault. The funds get distributed across these different strategies and get invested in the blend pools. So the strategies get executed. The vault managers can choose how to distribute the funds across these different strategies. But because we want to abstract all the complexity from the wallet's point of view, they are just interacted with Defindex. They just need to plug and play one API. So let's talk about how we came with this and how we managed to collaborate. So this started in Consensus Texas 2024, right? So conferences like this one, hackathons like the one we had before. So the Palta Labs team was there, like building a vault solution. The Beans teams was there, looking for this kind of solution. And both teams came together and say, like, yeah, maybe you can add this feature. In fact, we didn't. There were a lot of features that came from the Beans from the Beans request. So this highlights the importance of hackathons and conferences like this one.
Yeah, it's cool to maybe show a little bit how that then works. So imagine a user that has deposited in cash through a MoneyGram location and has dollars in the app. What we wanted to do is that it is totally frictionless. So there shouldn't be on-chain fees. They just move in a few dollars, and the same dollars end up in the earn balance. And we can totally automate the strategy. So the blend tokens will be claimed. They will sold for USDC to earn more on that. So it just looks like a dollar earn balance. Nothing other than that. While all the complexity is handled by Defindex. So if you look at it, maybe you can click to show the video. Yeah, so here there's a user with a spendable balance. They can open an earn balance. Have to accept some terms. And then all they have to do is type in the amount they want to transfer to their earn balance. So in this case, 2. Confirm. And it's actually now executing on the back end, but we extracted that away. So as you can see, it's now executing, and when it's done, they are earning on it. So there's no gas fees. They don't see any of the complexity. The blend tokens that they earn are automatically sold, but all they see is an ERC balance where they earn yield. So I think that's a really cool use case, especially since users that deposit cash never were able to earn these kind of yields, and now they're actually earning like 10 times what you can earn at a bank account, right?
Yeah, and I think the really cool part there is the amount of complexity that isn't shown to the user. Like, those funds are going through like 2 different steps, right? So they're first going into the Defindex vault and getting added to a strategy, and some accounting happens there, and then they get forwarded to another smart contract, which is the blend pool, where we start accounting for them. So there's like 3 levels of like almost custody here, but for the user, it all happens in a click of a button.
Exactly. Yeah, so we are super excited about it just because it now with DeFi you can reach regular people, and it was a really interesting process to do it like with you guys. We're happy to answer some of your questions if you have any. Otherwise, we will come up with our own, but I guess you will have some as well. So who has questions?
Yep.
Back.
How was the reception from your users at Beans when you implemented this and made it available to everyone?
Let me repeat it. So what the reception was from the
From your users, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the cool thing is that they don't even notice that it's DeFi. So I think there's a couple of interesting things is that they see such high yields that they sometimes are a bit worried. But where does it come from? So you have to explain it a little bit. But generally taking, they're super excited, and the usage also explains that they're actually using it. While I think 90% of our users isn't aware that we are a non-custodial wallet built on blockchain.
I guess in terms of numbers, do you feel like people are putting more money into Beans after they realize that they can actually earn yield based on that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we see that.
Hola, Esteban. Hi, everybody. I just found out about you like yesterday. I'm amazed by the yield, the yield that you can provide because it's superior to any other banking option or whatever is out there currently at the moment. So I have currently XLM on Binance. So please talk me through what I must do to get from Binance to Beans and get, 30% per year yield. How's the use case for somebody like me?
Yeah, so
do you want me to do that one? Is this like a user flow for you guys?
yeah, I think there's two. So maybe you can answer it after as well. So either you can open Beans, send the XLM to your public key. Since you're a crypto user, that's what you do then. And you can swap it to a euro balance or a dollar balance, and then just move it to your euro earn or dollar earn balance. And there's no friction there. If you're more of an expert, you could use Blend directly.
Yeah, what we see people do normally if they have like a centralized exchange XLM balance is they'll set up like often a browser wallet like Albedo or Freighter or Xbull, withdraw into that wallet. Now you have XLM in your browser wallet, you go to blend.capital, you'll see all the pools there and all like the different opportunities you have. I think the most popular one for XLM holders is they go and deposit into the FX DAO pool, which allows them to borrow USDX at a very, very low rate. It's like kind of like a DAI. Then they sell that for USDC, go put it into a pool that's yielding high on USDC, so like the fixed pool. And then you're getting like, I think on XLM, that would be net like 5 or 6%, depending on the leverage that you have. That's if you wanted an XLM. You can always sell the XLM for USDC if you want like higher yield and don't really care about using the XLM. And those kind of strategies that are maybe a little bit more complex, that involve multiple pools and some borrowing, should be supported by DeFi Index in the future, actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to add, is that these kind of strategies that now may sound quite complex can be integrated into Defindex, which we then can use. So then it would only be bring XLM to Beans, move it to your XLM earn balance, and you're done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in conclusion, I have Binance here. So I moved that to my Albedo public network, right, in XLM. And from there, I can just like log in my wallet into Blend. Is that right?
Yep. You can just log it in. Just click the login button on blend.capital. You'll have your balances available. You can deposit them wherever you want.
Okay, and from within the Beans environment, I can decide where or how to invest that.
Not quite. So Blend is like the back end for the Beans environment. Beans is like doing all of that depositing under the hood. So you can choose either or. It depends how you want to interact with like the Blend protocol. If you go directly through Beans, they're just transferring into your Beans wallet and then like allowing them to do everything for you. If you want a bit more control, you go like the Albedo route or like the Expo route, and then you're on our web app. And you maybe have a little bit more optionality, but it's also a little bit more complex. There's more going on there. It's for like, it's kind of like an advanced view versus like a simple view,
So what we do at Defindex
Yeah.
is to abstract that complexity, which is great for like crypto natives.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are crypto savvy, you can do this and so many other things, like cool things with Blend. But what we want to do is to create all the strategies, abstract them in a smart contract. So then you can just withdraw your Binance balance directly into Beans.
2 steps. Yeah.
And then click deposit. Or maybe not. Maybe we can have like a direct investment or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Also possible.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the presentation. I have a question related to KYC. Do you guys require any KYC for getting the yield, or is just accepting the terms?
Yeah, so in Beans, there's no KYC needed to earn yield, so you can just open an earn balance. There's no KYC needed. It's completely self-custody. If you move crypto from an exchange, there's also no KYC. You have to do it there. But if you, and that's more what most of our users do, since they're not into crypto, they do a deposit from their bank. They have to do KYC the first time. They can load dollars from their bank account or even in cash and then bring it to their earn balance. So it just depends on what you do. But to get into crypto, right, you always have to do KYC somewhere probably.
Yeah, but for the yield, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
That's awesome.
You don't need it.
Thank you.
So what we can have is ask Wouter, what are your future development? How your future development looks like?
Yeah, that will be definitely together. But what I'd like to see is more assets. So more local stablecoin that would be available so you can directly earn on different currencies would be interesting. Maybe for more advanced users, also have a XLM earn balance, for example, that abstracts away all that complexity. And also more advanced strategies, right? Where you can automatically lend USDC and then borrow USDC maybe again at a rate that is net lower and then lend it again. So there's definitely a lot of options there. But maybe you have some cool ideas as well, right?
Yeah, quick question, just piggybacking off of that. You're familiar with how Yearn does their strategy curation, right? Where they just allow anyone to create a strategy, submit it to their test strategy environment, have open source contributors take a look at it, and then if it performs well and is safe, they then onboard it to the main vault. Have you guys considered something like that to make it a little bit more open contribution?
Yeah, it is in fact like that currently. So we have a Vault, create your Vault dApp, so you can click and choose which strategies you want to accept in your Vault and which assets you want to accept in your Vault. However, we don't list all the available strategies, right? Even also because we cannot know that they are not being created through a factory or something. So. Yeah, we need to think about maybe a community or DAO or curated strategy lists, audited strategy list that because we want to open and that was the idea of participating in the hackathon to see more strategies because we cannot build all of them. So we already built the framework. We have the Vault. I think the Vault will be there for some time until maybe we upgrade it to a version 2. But the strategies depend on you guys or any other person that wants to create.
Do the strategies have to be strictly delta neutral, or can I make a strategy that deposits XLM into Blend, borrows USDC, puts it into the Blend USD liquidity pool token, and then deposits that into the backstop?
Yes, of course.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you just need to follow a basic interface, like deposit, withdraw, and maybe if there is a middle steps, like a harvest, something like this. These are the 3 functions you need to follow. But then the risk management, it is done at the Vault level. So you can have crazy strategies that might give you a negative APY at certain point, or a leverage position that might be very risky. But all the management is done at the Vault level. So if you want to create a Vault that implements those strategies, we have a rebalance function, and that's what we would like to see, So we would like to see like a trusted vault management, probably with some trusted execution environments, or DAO or multi-sig, something like that.
Turing signing servers?
What?
Turing signing servers?
Probably.
Probably not.
Bring it back.
What Tyler says.
What I also would love to see is like integrate these kind of things into more like consumer-facing products. Like if you have a card, you can spend it with your blend balance maybe, or you can use your blend balance in whatever currency, say dollars, and spend it in another currency, right? To borrow it shortly. So these kind of ideas are really interesting as well, I think.
So not to do like 2-3 steps to spend your, like if you are on the street and you just want to pay for a coffee, you can just pay it directly through your earn balance.
Exactly.
So kind of like a path payment, but Soroban composable.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is too much in the weeds, but are you guys using the blend vault feature where you can get a cut of the yield too, like as a wallet provider?
So there is the fee vault, right? That it enables the fee vault creator or the fee vault manager to get a fee. On the Defindex side, we do something very similar. So we enabled vault managers or wallet providers to earn a fee on top of the earnings. And very interesting because I forgot to say that we could, so you can manage the fee that you take. So by managing the fee, you can let the user experience an stable APY. And this is something we want to do with like in our future development. So offer wallets like Beans a possibility to offer like I don't know 8% stable APY. And if the APY decreases so much, like maybe you need to subsidize if you I don't know if you told your users that they're going to get that. But this is definitely something that it is.
Did you guys ever look at our capped rate vault? So we have two fee vaults. One's like the fee's fixed and you can reset, like move it around. And then there's one that just like caps the interest rate and takes everything above that as a fee.
Yeah, we study all of the script 3 contracts. And this is part of our collaboration. Like we were finishing our contracts at the same time. Like script 3 was finishing the blend version 2 vault, blend version 2 protocol. So it was really great to develop at the same time, participate in the audit bug bounty.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. When we were writing V2, like we kind of had to release an entire version 2 because we didn't realize that smart contracts on Soroban couldn't call or couldn't access the storage slots of other smart contracts. So like we had this issue where we were trying to write like fee vaults for Blend, and we were like, well, we can't do this because we can't see what the user's actual balance is in the Blend vault, and the accounting just does not work. So we started building this whole feature and like a whole new version of the protocol to support this, and then saw that they were doing DeFi index vaults, and we were like, wait, guys, this doesn't work. We went through this already. Like, just wait for us to finish version 2, and then you guys can do this. But yeah, it was funny. It was developing at the same time was fun.
I have a question for Wouter. How many currencies do you support? Like, can we have like a Argentinian pesos or Mexican peso earning balance?
Yeah, definitely. Like, as long as there's a token on Stellar that is then integrated into Blend, right? We can definitely do it.
Where's Etherfuse Dave? Someone hunt him down.
Exactly.
We need MXNE in Blend. I don't know why it's not there yet.
Or we can have like an adapter. So we take the MXNE token, swap it for CETES, stable bond, deposit it on Blend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
any one of you guys having like cool ideas that you'd like to see? I'm curious if there's like, once you hear these strategies, like what kind of assets or strategies or features you would like to see?
Kale farming.
This is maybe more of a feature request. A lot of the fee vaults that I've seen are just supporting the main withdraw and deposit. I'd like to see one that also lets us tap into the backstop because the yields on those backstops are a whole lot higher. So that's more of a feature request, but
To put it in the backstop directly.
yeah, because the yield is so much higher.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is it more risky? Maybe. But
Maybe.
again, like for short term or low deposits, the yield almost makes it worth it.
Yeah, talking about that, so we have the Defindex. We have the Defindex vaults with some wallets, and we just announced SourceUp Earn. So you go to SourceUp, there is a Earn tab, and there we want to list like all these more crypto native strategies and like vaults that will execute certain strategies. So yeah, this kind of strategies can be in a vault in this more crypto native area. Yeah.
Hi. It would be like really interesting to have a feature like an overnight yield feature. When you open at certain working hours, but during the night you can just have that passive funds there, earning yield, but you will have any way to be able to access your capital the next day. But the overnight feature autopilot to go from one day to the other, and at 8 a.m. having your funds already there to trade them, it will be like a nice feature to have for businesses.
Overnight rate swaps in DeFi? My TradFi friends are going to be so excited. Yeah, no, that sounds cool.
We actually use beans in Guatemala for our NGO. We have about 20 indigenous families and schools that all have beans wallets set up that we can send them money for different projects that we are doing in mountainous regions of Guatemala. We would love to try to find a way for more off-ramps. The MoneyGram one is great, but it still requires folks off a mountainside to go to a MoneyGram office to pull out cash and then take it back to their community. If there was another way we have to fiat, whether it's a card or some sort of way, like a physical card or something that's a scanner, we often think about our bus driver, who would be much easier if we were able to pay him in beans and then he could get gasoline or fix equipment on his bus if he didn't have to go to a MoneyGram and get that cash first.
Yeah, that's amazing use case. I really love it. And for on-ramps, that's one thing we're working on really hard because that's what limits getting money into the app, right? For spending, we're working on a card, so stay tuned on that one, and it will be available in LATAM, so that will be coming soon.
Cool. I think that we're out of time, so thanks everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, that was awesome. Thanks for doing